Hey, welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us.
This is the Kendall Catwalk for a Cause virtual experience. We are live from the beautiful new showroom of Kendall Lexus. Thanks for having us here.
And we're glad that you joined us. By the way, to my left, the beautiful Val Steele, who is the Oregon Broadcaster of the Year. Hello.
Oh, I told him I would pay him for how many times he said that over the course of the night. And Mr. Matt Hogan from C.W. Walker and Associates. Also, famous cowboy.
Right.
Let's throw this out there. There's cowboying fame on the line.
It's a thing, and since we don't have rodeo in the state this year, we're going to have it right here tonight.
Wow.
So we're glad you're with us.
You have the gear in the truck, right? I mean, we could if we needed to fill for time or whatever. So the most important thing tonight is that we are here for the kids of the Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley. And remember, the silent auction has been up for quite a few days now. Those bids, every single dollar, and then our amazing live auction packages that we'll get to in a little bit, every single cent, every single dollar directly to programming and to support and to improving the lives of kids through the Boys and Girls Club. So thank you in advance for being generous. We appreciate you.
At a time when the Boys and Girls Club could really use it. So especially what we're going through right now. Now is a great time to help.
Exactly. These kids need a little bit of normalcy, and the club, you'll find out later how they are working this summer to make sure that they get that as well. So none of this would be possible without the support of some pretty incredible people. We'll get to them in a little bit. We also want to talk to you about the role models because, of course, Catwalk for a Cause normally looks a little bit different than it does tonight. But these amazing business people, community members, they're your friends and your neighbors. They've been working very, very hard since late last year to support the kids. You're going to be meeting the role models. You also have the opportunity to log on to Kendall Catwalk for a Cause, and you can actually make a bid that goes directly towards their individual fundraising goals. Each of them.
Now, is there a goal between themselves like there has been in the past?
First of all, they all pledged to raise at least $2,500, and many of them have already exceeded that. The team goal is and $25,000. So obviously that takes all of us working together, and we've had an amazing committee working behind the scenes for months now to put together incredible auction packages for you. You've already seen the silent auction packages.
Oh, and it's good.
Over 100 of them.
It's amazing.
So that's already going gangbusters. And then of course the live auction items, they went live today at noon, and some of the bidding there is already hot and heavy. We say thank you, and we also say keep it going, because once we're done, once that countdown clock ends and we are done at 7 o'clock, that is when all of the live auctions are finished. There's no sneaking in for a final bid. As soon as we go dark, the auction is over, and of course all of the money going to support the Boys and Girls Club.
That's a fact, and be generous tonight. Be generous, because these guys really do need the help. It's a great way to help, and what a better way. You get a fun package, too, at the same time.
Exactly. I think that we're standing in front of this amazing, they tell me it's a champagne wall. We might need to put it to the test. Should I do the honors, or are you going to do the honors?
I think that since you're the beautiful lady here tonight, you should do the honors.
Very kind of you, sir. Okay, let's try this out. I'm ringing.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
I need one of these in my house.
My word.
Maybe you have to ring it.
Oh, do I have to ring it too? Here we go.
Do you feel a little like you're on Mr. Oh, there it is.
Wow.
It's behind you, sir.
Look at that. Wow.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you.
Cheers to you.
Second of all, we'd also like to raise a glass to the club and also to our executive director, Matt Sorensen. We have a message from him to you right now, so let's take a look.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, my name is Matt Sorensen, and I'm the CEO for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Emerald Valley. Thank you for joining us for supporting some amazing kids. I want to start by thanking Kendall Auto Group for being such an amazing sponsor, as well as all the other sponsors that made the virtual Catwalk for a Cause possible. A big shout out to Amy Newport for being an amazing person that goes above and beyond, and for being a great board member and serving as the chair for the Catwalk for a Cause committee. And also, thank you to the Catwalk for a Cause committee members, and especially the 2020 Catwalk models for going and doing so many things to make this event a success, and for really being flexible during this challenging time. I've had the opportunity to work on behalf of kids for over 14 years at the Boys and Girls Club, and during that time I have seen some amazing things. I've seen kids with support and encouragement overcome some big challenges. But I've also really had one kid that has always stuck out in my mind. His name's Junior. Junior became a foster kid at 8 years old. And his foster mom decided to sign him up to the Boys and Girls Club, and so he became a member. And after becoming a member, Junior wasn't real sure about the club, but over time he started to make friends and started to connect with staff and share his passion about soccer, his willingness to help and volunteer around the club, and he just had a contagious smile. Unfortunately, for 6 long years, Junior remained in foster care and had 3 different foster families. The club was his only constant during that entire time. Now, fortunately for Junior, his mom was able to reunite with him after 6 years, and he was able to continue going to the club until he graduated. But before he left, he was honored by becoming the Youth of the Year at the Boys and Girls Club, the highest honor that a club can bestow a kid. As Youth of the Year, Junior had the courage to get up and share his story of growing up in foster care in front of over 200 people at the State of Oregon Youth of the Year competition in Portland, with his mom in the front row rooting him on. It was at that competition in his speech that he shared adamantly that it was the time that he spent with the staff and doing the activities and programs at the Boys and Girls Club that made the difference for him during his darkest times. 100% of your donation goes directly back to helping kids like Junior reach their full potential. So, on behalf of the 800 kids that you are helping, thank you.
Guys named Matt are pretty cool. Matt Hogan,
Right.
Matt
but
Sorensen.
He's especially cool.
He is especially cool. I'm glad we can agree on that. You know how much work it takes to make something like the club tick around the clock. It takes the support of the community and events like Catwalk for Our Cause, and then the sponsors of such events to make them run smoothly. So we do have some sponsors that we would like to thank at this time. Of course, we have Kendall,
Whoa,
our
come
presenting sponsor. They do so many amazing things in the community. Of course, this is just another star on their cap, so to speak.
right.
We'd also like to thank our platinum sponsor for the evening. That is The Graduate, Eugene. By the way, they're getting ready to reopen in
Oh, that's
August.
exciting.
It's pretty
That's
exciting
exciting.
times, for sure.
Right on. And gold sponsors.
Do it.
Some amazing, amazing companies. You guys know these guys in the community. They do a lot all the time. Big thanks to Chambers Construction, Eugene Sign and Awning, Providence Health and Services, Moss Adams, and world famous Steve and Sally Lee helping us out again. Thank you to our gold sponsors.
For sure. Tonight's silver sponsors include Dairy Mart, Gleaves Swearingen, Imperial Floors, Kaiser Permanente, Oregon Pacific Bank, Seneca, Taco Bell, Umpqua Bank, Ward Insurance, Wildish, and Yogi. So thank you to our silver sponsors as well.
Amazing, amazing companies. Also, thank you to our kind sponsors, including the Eugene Emeralds.
Yes.
I tell you what, Alan Benavides runs a heck of an organization over there.
sure.
Those guys are great. Funk Levis and Associates, Heritage Distilling, Ninkasi Brewing, and QSL Print Communications.
We have talked a little bit about how Kendall is such a huge part of our community and supporting our community. But let's be honest, there's one very special person who does so much of that. Her name is Miss Amy Newport. If you're watching right now, you've probably met Amy.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. Wherever you are gathered. And she has some special words for you about this evening as well. So from Kendall, Amy Newport.
I'm Amy Newport with Kendall Auto Group, and thank you so much for joining us. At Kendall, giving back to those we served has been a cornerstone of our company for more than 80 years. With the intent to inspire and empower today's youth, Kendall's Catwalk for Our Cause event has been one of our favorites of the year. Unfortunately, like so many other areas in all of our lives, COVID has wreaked havoc in our plans. Thankfully, our incredible and dedicated models, volunteers, and supporters were able to help us pivot and take the glitz and glamour online. Here's the thing. The Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley needs our help now more than ever. Please join us by bidding on more than 100 of the fabulous live and silent auction items that all of our models help secure. Oh, and one more thing. It's not too late to invite your friends and family to the party. Together, we can help ensure that all these kiddos have a safe place to learn and grow.
You know, Val, on behalf of you and I, and really the Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley, we'd really like to thank you for tuning in tonight to support the efforts of the club. They're going to raise some money to help these young kids at a very crucial time. They're caring and responsible people, and they are worthy of our support. So, let's get this show started.
Okay, first things first, we told you you are here to support a role model, someone that you probably love and admire, and you even more so now that they are supporting an amazing organization like the Boys and Girls Club. So before we get into introducing the role models to you, we want to let you know when you go online to Kendall Catwalk for a Cause, you can find a package for every single one of our role models. So it starts at package number 121. So you can find that easily by number. They'll be listed here tonight as well. So every single dollar that they raise will go towards their individual fundraising goals. So bid often. Tell your friends right now. If they're not here, if they're not watching, tell them to go online, tell them to get registered, tell them to make a bid. So
that's right.
let's introduce the ladies. The ladies first.
Ladies
I'm going to let
first.
you do the honors.
Ladies first. By the way, the beautiful Jennifer Richardson from Behind the Curtain has just told us that we have raised $20,000 so far, and we're just getting started,
in
everybody.
10 minutes. Nice done, Eugene Springfield.
Well
I
done.
like it.
Here we go from Western Title, Amy Drennan. Once a few of Amy's coworkers at Western Title explained tonight's mission, she couldn't wait to lend her support. After all, as Western's manager, Amy understands the importance of being involved in important community causes and helping an organization that so many children and their families can count on.
Thank you, Miss Amy. Up next, we have Emily Martin from Ninkasi Brewing. Emily is Ninkasi's People Operations Specialist. That sounds like a great job.
Sounds like a big job.
Yeah, she cares not only about customers, but of course the community at large. And she says that it is a big bonus to this event. The fact that every dime that we raise goes to support the kids, thanks to the generous support of Kendall. That makes donating your time and your dollars even more vitally important.
There's that Kendall again. Up next, everybody, Erin Greeley of Rain Suite. So Erin's a Eugene newcomer when she was introduced to the Catwalk mission aboard a wine bus. Imagine that with Missy Koki.
Go
Just
figure.
to name a few names. There's
Yeah.
probably a few others you'd recognize on there. Erin said yes on the spot, and we're so glad she did. She's a financial controller for Rain Suite. Erin has a great compassion for children, loves her new community, and is honored to support such a special organization.
Up next, Jamie Smith of Eugene Pediatric Associates. As a caseworker, Jamie works to support children and their families in a medical and behavioral health setting. And having a strong partner like the club to provide a safe environment where kids can grow and thrive, she says that is the most important cause of all.
Absolutely. And then Kristen Reed of Eugene Sign and Awning. In the commercial real estate where we get to work with Eugene Sign and Awning a lot, and Kristen is the best. She's an executive assistant at ESNA. Self-appointed boss lady, I'd agree with that. She's always there to make sure that every job, no matter how small, is done well. And a life skill that rings true to the club as well. And one of her favorite quotes, get this, "You may find that making a difference for others makes the biggest difference in you." Reminds us that making a positive change in the life of a child is always worth our time.
Hear, hear. Up next, Megan Haig from U.S. Bank. After a handful of people approached Miss Megan about joining Catwalk, she figured it was time to step in and go for it because it is the most wonderful cause of all. As a performance consultant for U.S. Bank, Megan is accustomed to helping others do their best, and tonight she is here to do hers for the Boys and Girls Club. So thank you, Miss Megan.
Thank you, Megan. Nikki Tout with Accurate. Nikki's awesome, by the way. I
Yes,
know her.
she
She is awesome. We've met in the Letter Buck room at Pendleton Roundup before a couple times. She's something else. She's attended the club's annual Field of Dreams fundraiser in the past, so she was familiar with the mission. How could you not be familiar with the mission in this town?
Exactly.
Even more so honored to be part of this year's Catwalk. She adds that hearing the stories and having the opportunity to give back to youth in our community is simply a great thing to be a part of.
It's true. Up next, Tiffany Edwards with Lane Transit District. Tiffany was no stranger to Catwalk when she was recruited, and while she was flattered to be selected, she was most importantly thrilled to give back in such a meaningful way to a wonderful cause. Tiffany, of all people, knows the importance of advocating for a community's greatest resource, and that is its future leaders, its children.
How true. Here we go again from the Kendall Auto Group. Sarah Hoffman. Catwalk is truly the Kendall blood. And so Kendall has done an amazing job partnering, I tell you what, with the Boys and Girls Club in this Catwalk event. Sarah says she's been waiting patiently for her turn to help, finally. She works as a business development manager, so she sees the real value of the Boys and Girls Club, what they provide in the community, and she knows that they'll always do everything they can to help kids have a brighter future.
Well, there you go. Those are the ladies of Catwalk 2020. And as we said before we introduced them to you, their pages are live right now online. So you can go and make an individual flat donation, every penny going straight to the club, and it goes towards their individual fundraising goals. So thank you in advance.
Thank you, thank you, thank you to the ladies. And thank you for the support. We'll meet the guys a bit later. We actually have a great cast of men in this deal, too. It's a nice addition. The men get a little time to get out there and stretch their stuff, even if it's virtually this year.
I was going to say, I have a feeling that the guys are all sitting at home right now going, oh my gosh, I'm so glad they're up there and I'm not having to walk that runway. I have a feeling they might be okay with that part of it working out in their favor.
You're probably right about that. So here we go. We've got some auction items, Val. 6 amazing live verbal auction items. Going to be a little different than you've heard it before if you've been to live auctions. But let's get it going. How about up first, the Fireman 5-alarm dinner party for 6.
This is so cool. You're going to have the experience of a lifetime for you and 5 guests. People are waving wildly here in the studio with us because this one is going to be so much fun. When the Eugene Springfield Firemen prepare and serve you a delicious 4-course dinner at the firehouse. So that's a unique and a fun experience. It's great for a group of adults, but think about it. That's really family friendly too. If you've got a little that aspires to be a firefighter when they get older, everyone's going to enjoy a great dinner with our community's finest.
I wonder if they let you squirt the hoses. Maybe honk the horn, hit the siren.
Pet the dog.
Oh, the dog.
The dogs,
Everybody's
the
got
fire
it. Every
dogs.
firehouse
Let's
has a
be
good
honest,
dog, right?
You know, right? Spot.
That's right. So
Right?
we're a little, I'm going to be honest, Val, we're a little light on this one right now. The high bid's $300. This one needs to go a ways. But don't worry, you've got until 7 o'clock. Just don't miss your opportunity on a great item in a great way. Uh-oh.
I know. Look at that.
What is that?
The
You
top
get to read
bidder
it.
is Vicky Rachichi. So
Vicky
thank you so much,
Rachichi,
Miss
my
Vicky.
word. Grandma?
Yeah.
Right on.
I know. She knows what's up. It's up to $350. Just a reminder that when we end tonight, the bidding on the live auctions is done. So it's you, it's 5 of your friends, it's a delicious meal, a 4-course dinner. It's going to be an experience that your family is going to be talking about for a long time.
And you know, we do a lot of auctions in this town. I think this is a new item. I don't recall seeing this one before.
No.
Anytime there's a new item, it's really special because this is a heavy auction town. Now, obviously, you all want to support the Boys and Girls Club more than anything, but to see a new item is great. It's fun.
And think about it, being able to thank a first responder
Absolutely.
in person, especially with everything that's been going on. They've been working so tirelessly. If you really want to, sit down, break bread, tell them your sincere appreciation face-to-face. That's pretty special. So once again, log on and vote for that. The Fireman 5-alarm dinner party for 6.
Right. Still time to send all your friends to the website, by the way, Kendall, catwalkforacause.com, and click on the blue oval, and you can get right online at the same time.
All right. Are we ready to move on to our next item? Because it's kind of right up my alley. I got to be honest. This is an amazing wine cellar experience. Again, 6 people. It's like our lucky number tonight.
That's right.
You will taste multiple years of exceptional, homegrown, award-winning Pinot while snacking on delicious hors d'oeuvres. And everyone will build their own wood-fire pizza. Then you'll move out to the paradise-heated backyard for conversation around the fire pit, fueled by high-end cigars and liqueurs. And at the end of the evening, every couple will take home a hand-painted bottle of their favorite wine, the one that they enjoyed the most. So.
That's a fact. So Arlen and Kim Rexius do this item. They have been very, very generous around town. I'm not sure if we're supposed to say that or not, but we did.
Hey, we thank them. We appreciate
We
them.
did,
So let's
and
recognize them.
We will. And as a matter of fact, I've been at this event before.
Oh, well, now you're bragging.
Well, I am bragging. I am bragging because I can tell you that it's a really great event. And
It
it's a
sounds
great
it.
time. Arlen and Kim do an amazing job. The pizzas are actually really good.
Oh,
all the
wood-fired
ingredients.
pizza?
The wine is good, and he has other kinds of stuff down there too, depending on how the party goes that night. Now, there's one thing: exceptional cigars. I don't know. I might give a few cigars, to help if you really want exceptional cigars. But it is an amazing trip.
Make sure that Matt and Amy Hogan are part of your your group there, and
Right.
you'll bring the ciggies, is what you're saying?
It's a heck of a good time. Don't miss out on this one. This literally is one of the funnest nights you can have. And, who's the high bidder? Jennifer Lee Richardson.
Woo-hoo!
Come on. She's the beautiful blonde behind the curtain once
Here
again.
you go. So the high bid currently is sitting at $650, but you can give her a little run for her money. So
right.
make sure you log on and do that amazing wine cellar
Don't let her get
experience.
it cheap. I mean, if she's going to get this, make her pay for it, right? That's right.
It is worth every single penny. All right, so while you are logging on, your fingers are flying, you're going there to bid right now. What about taking a look at the day in the life of a club kid? If you haven't walked through the doors before, now's your opportunity to see what happens at the club. They do amazing things for the kids there, so check it out.
When I walk in the front door of the Boys and Girls Club, I see a flurry of activity everywhere.
They know the name of my child. I don't know how many children attend here, but they always greet them by name. They greet me by name.
I like crazy because it's so loud and there's lots of people. Just hang out and play games. I do some dance parties.
It's a very dynamic space, which is a nice way of saying it's loud, it's active, but what I love is it's kids being able to be kids.
I like to read in the learning center, and I like to have members' choice in the gym and play bumble pool in the games room.
There's a program called Think Big, and they kind of help you with learning and core and a lot of things. And almost every place in the club, there's always at least one place where they are really like one-on-one and help you in your learning.
Kids that are more in the creative arts, have that opportunity. Kids who like to do sports can do that. People who want to focus on their academics can get support with that.
What I've learned since I've been here is to be myself and not care what other people think.
I really feel like she has found the ability to know how to engage another child, to look at disengagement cues, to wait her turn when she's playing a game, to be able to allow another child to maybe do the activities they want to do. My child had an altercation with another child that was maybe a little bit more of my child's fault. And I really, I'll never forget what the staff said. They said, Ayana, we want you to go to this child and work it out because we're not always going to be there with you. And so what we want you to do is we want to help to give you tools to solve problems you may encounter when you're with other children. And that really kind of took me back because it's not like they were trying to fix it. They were trying to give her the tools that she would need.
And that's a big life-changing moment for all of us, is when we realize, hey, this is my story and I can be the hero or I can be the villain. But if you're at the club, you're gonna have a lot of people encouraging you. You can be the hero and you've got the skills to do it.
They're like family to me, actually. They're really nice and encouraging, and they support you. I've got relationships with staff where they've been like best friends to me, and staff that have left, it's actually been like really a hard thing on me because I've got to know them really well.
I am most appreciative of the fact that my kids, and particularly my boys, are learning certain sports that they have a great passion for, kind of coming into their sense of boyhood, manhood.
I would say it's a place for everybody because I feel like they treat everybody equally. I don't see anything different. And they try to help as much as they can.
It's really for any child who wants to be well supported, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm so thankful that I get to be here and have my kids here.
I highly recommend the Boys and Girls Club. I have a feeling that a lot of people in town that I socialize with don't know about it. It's kind of like this hidden gem that's in the middle of Westmoreland Park.
You're not going to find another community resource that is going to be all-inclusive for every gender, for every race, for every walk of life, that treats every child as if they are a jewel and they are important. That's going to meet that child where they're at, no matter if they are having problems making eye contact, or they're the genius of the school. Every child is treated like they're special.
And that's because they are, and you can see it right there. The whole child is treated. It's their social well-being. It's their educational well-being. If there's issues, they tackle them hands-on with the parents. It's absolutely incredible, the work that they do within those four walls on a day-to-day basis. And we're here just to make sure that they can continue doing that to the best of their ability, and then to grow this so that we can help more children and provide even more programming in the future. So thank you for being on board with us to make sure that that happens. And there's some people that are really helping it happen right now. Some people that have bid up our last two live auction items. So
That's right. The wine night is definitely one you don't want to miss. I can't
you sold it pretty well.
emphasize that enough. That's one you don't want to miss. So thank you to the people that are helping us get there.
And I heard that the fireman dinner has bid up as well. I think maybe Alan Benavides is now the high bidder on that one, $450 for the fireman dinner for you and 5 friends. So remember, you can still go back as we're moving on to a few new items.
We are.
The bidding on these isn't over. So if you haven't signed up for the little message alerts that let you know when you're outbid, that's pretty cool. You know the second that you are outbid, so you can go up and just throw a few more of your dollars.
You know that George Strait song, The Fireman? Well, they call me the fireman.
I do. Oh, thank you.
I tell you.
Serenaded tonight, no less.
Hope
you didn't know.
that
was free with the price of admission, which is you logging on and paying attention, so we appreciate you.
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
All right. One word that makes any kid and any kid at heart happy is...
Disneyland!
Disneyland. Oh, are you going to ring the bell again? Uh-oh, watch out. But look at this. This is a great package that includes 4 one-day Disneyland and California adventure. So that means they're park hopper passes. You can go back and forth between both parks. And the Eugene Airport very generously throwing in a $500 gift certificate that can be used to travel on any of the airlines that are flying out of Malon Suite. And Mackenzie Sowan, this is the cutest thing because you love seeing the pictures when people do this. So the crew over there, Mackenzie Sowan, creating 4 matching custom t-shirts. Those are going to be on your Christmas card. I'm just saying, those pictures of you with your matching t-shirts at Disney, definitely going to be on the family's holiday card this year. So that's all included as part of this package.
So hopefully you can find each other at Disneyland. So you're well-versed in Disneyland, right?
It's been a few years, but yeah, we go fairly often. I've been to Disneyland, Disney World.
Disney World? Doggone, you're really something. Do you like California Adventure or Disneyland better?
It depends on the time of day, to be quite honest. And if I'm being really honest, California Adventure has margaritas. I mean, if you get to that point, because sometimes it's been a long day with the kiddos. They're asleep in their stroller. They're asleep in their stroller. They've had a hard-earned nap. You get a hard-earned adult beverage at the California Adventure side.
Right.
Disneyland's classic. I mean,
it is.
You can't beat it.
It even smells good. The whole place.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That ride when you go into the Blue Bayou, my son asks for a candle that smells like that every Christmas. I still haven't been able to find it. So if you know where I can find one, or if you win this trip to Disneyland and you find one, please keep me in mind.
You know, they won't let you take one of those big turkey legs on the Tower of Terror.
They probably learned the hard way that was not a good idea.
I didn't see the issue. I mean, we had a long wait. I thought I'd have a little snack.
Oh,
right.
Really? And they said, no, sir, we must turn you away?
No, they weren't going down for that. So where are we at on this puppy anyway? I see a $550 bid, and it's still going up. This will be a fun one. But Disneyland's open again, right? Or any minute now?
Yeah, I know that. I think sometime within the next week or so, they are reopening the gates, and it's going to be very, very special. Once again, trying to give your kids a little bit of normalcy, something special. So many vacation plans and family plans having to be rescheduled or just put off altogether. So this might be a great way. And usually they've got a pretty good date range on those as well. So you can really find a time where you feel safe, you feel secure taking your family down there flying again. So yeah, a little Disney therapy.
This is one of those years where everybody's just going to extend summer, right? Because of things you couldn't do earlier.
And yeah, it may literally be extended. We'll have to see and wait
Right.
what happens, right?
Little pro tip, by the way, from a rancher. If you don't have a swimming pool, you can go down to Coastal and buy yourself a water trough.
Yes, the big metal. It's
Absolutely.
like
They
a
make
cowboy
rubber ones,
bathtub,
too. Exactly.
right? Okay.
Exactly. They're very nice, very comfortable. I highly recommend it. Makes you feel like you're in the pool at Disneyland.
I was going to say, it's like Adventureland.
That's right.
Isn't like Frontier or Frontierland?
Right.
Right?
They're
Okay.
moving us on.
That's okay.
Doggone.
This is a biggie. This is
This is a big one.
Right? So talking about normalcy, how about the return of some sports, right? Summer days and double plays with the Atlanta Braves. If you grew up playing ball and now your kids are playing ball, that is a family love affair. This package is right up your alley. It includes 4 VIP tickets and on-field batting practice experience to a Braves game during the 2021 season. And once again, the Eugene Airport throwing in that $500 gift certificate that can be used for travel on any of the airlines operating.
If you're a baseball fan, it really doesn't get any better than this. It has the whole package, everything. Now, I don't know who's a Braves fan and who's not.
Really, at this point, does it matter?
No, it does not matter.
It's baseball. It's America's game, and it's live sports, and it's on-field experience
If you've
too.
ever had an on-field experience in any sport, it's second to none, especially in pro sports. So this is an amazing package. Thank you so much to the donors for helping us put this together. Big package.
And this is a hot ticket as
is.
well. Right now, closing in on $3,500.
That's right.
We're only $25 away from that. Thank you to the Honeycutts and to John Sullivan, who are having a good time. They're having a good time raising some money for the club kids, and someone's going to walk away with an amazing experience down in Atlanta next season.
And we appreciate them, that's for sure. So remember, the Sponsor a Child tab you can click on, where you just make a straight donation, similar to how we would do it Bid Cards Up.
Right.
We've raised $2,000 so far. Long ways to go on that, hopefully, but that goes right to the bottom line, right to the club.
Exactly. Or you can find your favorite role model
Right.
and, of course, make that flat donation towards their individual fundraising goals. And speaking of, we have not met our gentleman yet.
Oh, well, the boys, logically you save the best for a second, right?
We have put it off long enough. So why don't I let you get things started here?
All right, here we go, everybody. For the gentlemen, the fellas, the incredible group of men who've been hard at work in the support Catwalk for the cause and the Boys and the Girls Club. First up, here we go. Here we go. Applause, please. Mr. Andrew Brown from the Eugene Emeralds.
That's right. He is a lifelong Eugenian, and he could not pass up the chance to give back to the community. And once appointed by the M's to participate, he was ready to do it with lots of excitement and lots of energy. That's how the M's do everything. And I think it's one of the reasons why the Boys and Girls Club is so important to them, because let's be honest, the Emeralds inspire us year-round to stay young at heart. They have so much fun with everything that they do. So thank you to Andrew for his support.
The Eugene Emeralds are just the best, and we are so lucky to have them in town. We really, really are.
True.
Reminder before we go to our next one, you can still go online and register, share it on your page, invite your friends, get your bid number. We're going till 7 o'clock with the live, till next Tuesday with the silent, so there's still plenty of time. We've got over 27 minutes left.
Make sure your friends know about it, too.
That's right, if you have friends, which I'm sure you do. Curtis Diama of Custom Strut. Oh, man. Serving is in Curtis's DNA, and his volunteer spirit led him to giving back to the Boys and Girls Club. Curtis says helping the kids in the community speaks to his strong sense of faith and is a perfect example of serving others with a passionate heart.
Up next, Eric Parrish from King Estate. As King Estate's CFO, Eric said his first thought after joining Catwalk was how non-accountant he could be. Joking aside, he knows a good investment when he sees one. And of course, children are the very best investment a community can make in its future. So that's a great reason to support the work of the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you, Eric.
Plus, he's pretty, and he volunteers at First Baptist Church of Eugene every weekend when they're open. He's a great guy, great father, great
all-around
man.
guy, yes.
He's very pretty. Did I mention that?
You
pretty.
did.
Next up, Jason Williams of the Graduate Eugene. And I really love what the Graduate has done, by the way.
So cool. I think it's the most Instagrammable space in Eugene. That's what I call it.
It is Eugene through and through. They really hit the ball at the park. So anyway, hopefully when they open up, you all get over there to check out Jason, the general manager of the Graduate Eugene. He's a busy guy, but saying no to the club just wasn't an option for him. You see, what organizers didn't know when they invited him to participate was that Jason is club alumni. And I bet you there's a lot of people watching tonight that are club alumni.
For sure.
Yeah, of all walks of life. The club has been there for you. And what a great time to support your club and get back. Jason says that lifelong memories, stories, and friendships created at the club make supporting today's youth a humbling honor, and I would agree with him. It is an honor to be here with you, Val, and help them raise some money.
Well, you as well, and thank you to Jason. Up next, Joe Carmichael from Oregon Pacific Bank. Joe is a VP of Commercial Relationship Manager at Oregon Pacific Bank. He's also served as a board member for the Eugene YMCA, so he truly recognizes the needs for children's services in our community, and of course that the Boys and Girls Club is a great place for kids to get the support and encouragement that they need.
I believe he's the tallest model out of the gentlemen as well.
Really?
To me, he's about 8'2". I don't know. I'm normal
So to me,
size
he's 10 feet
individual.
tall.
Yeah, he's
Right,
tall,
right.
but he's a very tall man. Up next, Joe Gibson from Dairy Mart. Okay, biscuits and gravy. Come on. I asked Joe about this one time, how many biscuits and gravy they sell. I don't remember exactly, but it was a lot.
I think they could, have the little thing saying so many served, millions
should.
served, because that's what
They
they're
probably
known
have
for.
served more than 44 million.
Probably.
I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Even though the gravy comes out of a can when it hits your stomach, it is amazing. Joe Gibson at Dairy Mart, Vice President. Dairy Mart means selling lottery tickets, alcohol, and tobacco, but don't let the sense of humor fool you. That's actually just a small bit of what they do. It's really all about the biscuits and gravy. They give back in amazing ways. This event is the perfect way to support a wonderful organization. He's seen the positive impact that having access to the club can make on the lives of not only club kids, but their parents and families as well. Extended from generation to generation, no doubt.
Okay, so here's the thing. We bid tonight and support the Boys and Girls Club. I'll meet at Dairy Mart in the morning for biscuits and gravy.
Now, that's a great idea. Sometimes you get
Who's
a couple
in?
bacon on top.
Yeah, send us a text. Let us
Man.
know where you're going to go. Your nearby neighborhood Dairy Mart store.
I've just been told, by the way,
Yes?
that we are up to $23,000 on the event so far. We got a ways to
Wonderful.
go. Help out, everybody.
Keep on going. We are up next, Joel Halberg from Mackenzie Sew On. Now, he's got two friends that have done this before. Tyler Norman was a catwalk model 2 years ago. And to quote Joel, he said, if he can be a model, then anyone can be. And then, of course, the competition, the competitive edge of friends kind of kicked in as well. And he really just wants to raise more money than Tyler did. So you can help him with that. Friendly competition when it's for the kids, always a good thing. Joel, by the way, is Director of Sales for Mackenzie Sew On. So he strongly admires the incredible work that the club does for children and families in our communities. And remember, maybe it was his great idea to throw in the Disney t-shirts for the Disney package. So thank you, Mackenzie Sew On and Joel.
Yeah, and they're a great company, been around this community for a long time. I don't know about friendly competition, though. We've just been told by the beautiful Amy Newport
Yes?
that Kendall will match every $50 donation until 7 p.m. tonight.
Wow. Okay, so I am a DJ by occupation, but that makes $50 $100.
You actually are the #1 DJ in the state of Oregon, as I recall.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah. How many years have you been in the business?
You're going to age me now.
Oh, I apologize.
Thank you very much.
At least
I
3 or
started
4.
when I was 12, and no, but thank you.
Big stuff.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. Logan Halligan of Ward Insurance. He may joke that Missy and Alan roped him in, which they probably did, but in truth, he's been excited about this from the get-go. After all, Logan, who is a commercial insurance provider for Ward Insurance, could never say no to a great opportunity to help kids in this community.
Exactly. Up next, Michael Schumacher with Spring Capital. He as well roped in with some friends, Catwalk alumni Aaron Oakley and Chris Hemmings. They came calling. Michael, by the way, who says his job as an investment coordinator at Spring Capital is just adding some numbers while subtracting some others. He's humble. He knows that helping out the kids at the Boys and Girls Club just adds up.
That's right.
I think that's a little mathematician humor.
Right.
I like it, though.
I almost laughed. Actually, no, that was very funny. You're very funny, Val.
It was all Michael. It was all Michael. I can't even take credit for that.
Good job, Michael. Thanks for joining us. And our final role model for this evening from world-famous Kendall Auto Group. Again, Kendall Lexus, that's right. Court Broughton. Court is a great guy. As a luxury brand specialist for Kendall Lexus, Court focuses on providing 100% service And tonight, it's 100% all about the kids.
That's right.
As a proud Kendall employee, he's all in to support the important work of the Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley. So thank you to Court and all of those awesome male models.
Okay. So like we said at the top, just like it works for the ladies, it also works for the gentlemen. They have that $2,500 goal for each individual. But let's be honest, we want to do a little bit more than that if we can. So if you are here watching tonight in support of them, maybe you're having just kind of like they do for the draft. Right? This is how I envision it at home right now. I wish we could go live into your living rooms. All of our role models are sitting there surrounded by their family and friends, their favorite snack foods across the table, right? So make sure that you keep bidding and supporting them. Once again, their packages, if you go to the website, starting at package number 121, and every single dollar there, a flat donation going directly to the club.
Let's be honest, there's got to be a little bit of bragging rights in this thing, right?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Ultimately,
you definitely want to win. You want to win.
You know, ultimately, we will be having a live event. I mean, that is the goal. As soon as it is safely able to do so, we have a beautiful location to hold it. We have the full support of Kendall, and we want to get these. We want to get these ladies and these guys up strutting their stuff on that catwalk because they need to do it, right?
Absolutely. Plus, what a fun night.
Wait a second.
No.
Have you?
No, because I'm behind the microphone.
I've done it, and I'm
Right.
behind the microphone.
Right? But you're much prettier than me.
I don't think that's a valid argument. I'm just saying, if you think Matt Hogan should be a model next year, let's just fill his inbox and get him some peer pressure. You don't succumb to peer pressure.
Right. If I can walk the stage and have the mic and play the music, it'll all work out fine.
Oh, so it's a control thing for you.
That's
Is
a
that
little
what
bit,
it
you
is?
think?
Is that what it is? Just a little bit. We do have a few more
We do.
prize.
And just under 20 minutes left.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we do. Just under 20 minutes left. So we have a couple more items coming up, and we're going to talk about those, and then we're probably going to come back in and review some of the ones that maybe a little help, go through them again. Ring for champ. Ring for the champ.
Oh.
Is that what they get?
I don't need
They
to be.
win a ring?
I don't need to be told twice.
Oh. Champagne. Champagne. Ring for champagne.
Oh,
look,
there you
I'm first
go.
this time.
There you go. It's all
No
right.
lipstick. This is mine.
Gentlemen first.
Wow.
Woo, woo, woo. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Cheers.
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 We've
Cheers
done-
to you, everybody.
We're doing very well so far. So thank you for your support in advance. Wow, good work, Mr. Hogan.
Yeah, you've that all went down in one shot, didn't it? Man, that was good. All right, so here we go. Should we go to our last two auction items?
And then we can revisit and keep the bids going for
Absolutely.
certain.
And this is one that needs a little help, and it is very, very cool.
All right, are we back to wine again?
We are back to wine.
Here we go. It is J. Bocce Vineyards Experience. So again, you get to grab 5 of your friends. Could you imagine if you won all of these packages that are for 5 people? You would be exceptionally popular because you'd be able to bring your friends on a lot of fun experiences. But it's like you could almost like make a reality TV show out of all those experiences. It would be so fun. So grab 5 of your friends, enjoy a private wine tasting and an educational vineyard walk at J. Bocce Vineyards. You'll enjoy tasting several Willamette Valley wines, accompanied by a delicious charcuterie plate.
Oh, charcuterie. Oui, madame.
Yes, what
Je
he
ne savais
said.
pas que je parlais
You
français.
make it sound very, very delicious. Then you'll take a stroll through the vineyard, learn what it really takes to grow premium grapes here in Eugene, Oregon, including all the equipment needed, canopy, trellis management, challenges with the weather, disease, and more. Your host has a lot of fun too. So all of you will have a great time together at J. Bocce Vineyards.
You know what? And that tour is really special. I don't know if you've done that before, Val.
I haven't.
But you get to be with the winemakers a lot of times. You go through the vineyard, talk about the seasonal varieties and when and how they harvest grapes. And then you can learn about the science behind it and why some wines are more acidic than others, and learn. It really enables you to go into any vineyard, any winery, and taste and develop your own taste palette. Probably a lot of you have done that. You don't see it as much anymore. It's just a great opportunity if you really like wine. And is there any better wine than in the Willamette Valley? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
It's truly a special and personalized experience thanks to J. Bocce Vineyards. So right now, the high bid, $250. It just went up to $250. So we would love to see that get up a little bit higher. Remember, it's you and 5 of your friends. So 6 people for this private tasting with the charcuterie board. So lots of deliciousness, lots of education, a great experience for you and your friends. Great way to celebrate a birthday or an anniversary, or just to make any normal day special.
Right.
And groups of six or less. You know, when you're talking about social distancing, that's a good acceptable group. So it's something you could probably even do in the near distant future. You don't have to put it off too terribly long.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that
Yes.
if things increase and we can actually start getting together a little more again, that we know someone very special to us that owns his own limousine. And that person would be happy to donate that and pick you up at your houses, drive you out, and drive you back. So there won't be any trouble. And if your name is Jen Richardson, I think you're winning right now. So she lives down the road, so that makes it easy.
I love this now. So we have a limo thrown into our J. Bocce Vineyard experience. Then we have Kendall matching $50 donations until 7 o'clock, which means you only have 15 minutes left. So there's a lot of generosity going on in the Kendall Lexus showroom tonight and virtually in your living room. So thank you very much for that. Keep it going.
We just hope you're having as much fun as we are, because we're having a ball. All right, we've got another item.
The champagne helps. It
Yes.
does. Thank you, Champagne Wall. You're amazing. I might have to figure out how to take you with me. Maybe we can auction that off.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Why not? Okay.
Does it,
one-
if you ring it, does one happen every time? I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be disappointed. But every time I ring this, I want there to be champagne. So I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be disappointed.
Do you think
We'll
there's
try it
little-
again later.
Do you think there's little elves back there?
I
What
think
do you
so.
think it is?
The Kendall
I don't
elves.
know, maybe.
It's the Kendall elves.
All right. When I saw this next item, I was kind of blown away because I've never seen something like this offered before. Maybe it has been there, but I've never seen it. And talk about a bucket list item. This is the Porsche.
Yeah, I was going to wondering how you were going to say that.
I always say Porsche.
Do you? Yeah, I've heard guys that own them say it both ways, so I really don't think there's a real way. I think it's whatever you want.
It's just a really cool car.
It's a very cool
amazing
car.
craftsmanship, and it goes really fast.
Ooh.
You didn't. I love this because you didn't spend your youth dreaming about driving a Nissan. That's probably true. This is the most fun you're ever going to have driving in LA because you know LA traffic, but the Porsche Experience Center in LA is a 53-acre driver development course that will serve as your ultimate playground. The winner will have the choice of driving experience up to a $600 value. The package also includes a $1,000 travel credit to use towards travel arrangements, which may include airline, hotel, and rental car. And all of those arrangements are going to be made for you through VIP Vacations, Inc. So it's going to be very easy for you just to simply enjoy and get your heart racing because that's going to be something that you're going to remember for the rest of your life.
What a fun package. Do you like to go fast?
I do like to drive fast.
You're sporty. You've got a very sporty Jeep, which I'm sure the soft top is on right now with this type of
with that
weather.
nice flat what's it called? Windshield? I don't think no.
Maybe they let you take a few laps.
It's not the most aerodynamic,
Oh, right.
let's say.
There's that.
You know what I'm saying? So this also a pretty hot ticket item right now. The current bid up to $2,200.
Yeah.
But think about it. It's $1,000 travel credit right there in and of itself, as well as the actual driving experience. So
You bet. Specifically, Kendall Porsche of Bend. I mean, they're kind of the big guys, big guns behind this deal. And Kendall Cares Oregon. If you're a car guy at all, or a car lady, a car woman, what a cool deal. I mean, to be able to go down and actually drive a real racetrack with real instructors
Yep.
in a safe environment, it sounds like a lot of fun.
you can be like Tom Cruise or Paul Newman.
Oh, right.
Are those the two big racing guys?
They're both pretty big in racing.
Yeah. Or McSteamy.
Oh,
He used to race a lot too.
is that something you get at McDonald's? I've never heard of one of those.
That's on the secret menu.
Oh, the secret menu. Double
ask them about
McSteamy.
Ask them about it. So those are our live auction items that we have available for you tonight. Maybe if possible,
Yeah.
we'd like to run through them
Can we do? Can
from
we
the
go
top,
back to the
just as a
top?
reminder, because we're coming down to about 10 minutes to go. And when that 10-minute timer runs up, all of these live auction items will be over, shut down. Final bids will be accepted. So this is the time. Now is the time to gather with your friends and your family, or your text chat group and figure out how much you want to put in so you can experience some of these things with your friends.
And just remember, $50 donations. Kendall matches every one of them until 7 p.m. tonight. So don't miss out. $50 donation gets doubled just like that.
Yep, pretty exceptional. That first live auction package that we did was the Fireman 5-alarm dinner party for 6. So remember, it's a 4-course meal at a fire station. So you get to sit down, talk to them about whatever you might like, what their experiences have been like lately, or if you have a youngster who is really into firefighters right now, just think about what that experience is going to be like. I mean, that's right up there with Santa, getting to go hang out with a firefighter.
Hit the siren. And you really hit the nail on the head, Val, when you said that it's an opportunity for you and your family or friends to thank first responders in person. And because, especially in these times, but in all times, it is just amazing to have people like that, men and women, that put themselves out there to support us in the community. The first responders are very important people.
Especially when it's a health crisis or
That's
what have
right.
you. So thank you to Eugene Springfield Fire for being a part of this. And you can make a bid right now. That high bid is at $500. We only have about 10 minutes left to go. Just another review. Our next item up for bid, I think it had something to do with wine. I do believe. Remember the cellar experience
Yes.
with...
A lot of action on this one.
Yeah, look at this.
Rightfully
it's doing,
so.
It's doing well. So you get the wood-fired pizza. You get the Pinot experience. You get to hang out in that backyard, have a cigar or two, share some stories, share some pizza, and then at the end of the night, it's you and 5 friends, and everyone gets a hand-painted bottle of their favorite wine to take home with them. So a true cellar experience without having to have the cellar, but you're going to be talking about it for a while.
Kim Rexius, she's an artist. That's what she does on the side.
Cool.
And she's the one that actually hand paints these bottles, and
Beautiful.
they're beautiful. They're a keepsake, but it's also full of really good wine. You know what I mean?
That's a bonus.
Yeah. Speaking of good wine, I want to try this thing out. Does this thing work?
We'll find out.
I don't know.
I still feel
Maybe
like
you should try it.
I still feel like we're on Mr. Rogers when I do
Right.
this. I don't.
Oh, it worked for you?
Magic touch.
All right, I'm going to try it one more time. There it is. There it is. Thank you to the little elf behind there. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
We're in the final stretch, everybody. 9 minutes to go. Don't miss out on these items. At 7 o'clock, the verbal auction items are done.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
So don't miss out on your opportunity right now. All right, so Disneyland. Are we going to Disneyland?
Yep. Let's go to Disneyland. You don't even need to win a Super Bowl to go to Disneyland. You can win a great package right here, right now. By the way, you hear me saying winning? I always say when you're at an auction that you win something. My husband likes to remind me that you buy something. Either way, you are winning, the kids are winning. So let's focus on the positive, shall we? This package includes 4 one-day Disneyland California Adventure park hopper passes, so you get to enjoy the beauty of both parks. We'll also have a $500 gift certificate thanks to the Eugene Airport, so that you can use that towards your travel on any of the airlines. And Mackenzie, so on, as we had mentioned, making those 4 customizable shirts for your family. So those will be fun little keepsakes too.
You know, I'm the oldest of 3 kids. I have a brother and a sister. And when we went to Disneyland with my family when we were kids, my parents bought us the most hot pink color, if you can think of the most hot pink out there, hats. And it actually helped keep an eye on us, really. And hopefully the Mackenzie So On, that's going to accomplish that. But when you look back, when you're older and you look back and you have your own children, you say, why would I ever do that to my children? But we didn't get lost.
I was also thinking that after a full day at Disneyland, most children are kind of pink.
That's right.
Because they are so tired out. If you haven't taken your kiddos to Disneyland yet, nothing exhausts a child more. They will never have a better night's sleep than they do after a day at Disneyland. It's pretty special. How many pictures? You'd have pictures of them asleep in the strollers because they just conk out halfway through. So right now, the high bid on our Disney therapy package is at $700. Remember, this includes a $500 travel voucher and then the 4 park hopper passes, the one-day park hopper passes. So it's definitely valued above that already. So let's see if we can get a little more for the Boys and Girls Club.
A little more for that one. By the way, Val, do you like this back here? I mean,
I do.
It works great, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, it's beautiful.
Right.
Well, so our friends Brian and Mindy Huff, who have Cascade Truck Body and Service and Sales and OTI and a few other fun things like being one of the best alcohol funny car drag racers in the world.
Oh.
They made that. They made this
Wow.
for the club tonight. And I'm hoping it goes to my house. I don't know about you, but if it works as good as it has so far, I might just take it on the road with us.
You know, after a really long day at work or something, to come home, ring the champagne.
That's right. Ring for champagne.
You could train the dog to do that, couldn't
Absolutely.
you? Why not? I'd love to see that happen. So once again, Disney up to $700. Let's keep those bids coming because we only have about 6 minutes left.
6 minutes left. All right, what's next? Oh, baseball. Here we go.
Let's see. I'm excited to see.
Possibly marquee item of this evening, frankly.
Right,
That's
so
special.
it's the trip to Atlanta for the 2021 season. 4 VIP tickets, but then also on-field batting practice. That's quite a special experience. And then thrown in on that from the Eugene Airport, that $500 gift certificate for travel on any of the air carriers operating out of Malon Suites. So
Absolutely. The Eugene Airport, Fly Eugene, they have been very generous to lots of organizations, especially this one. Thanks to those guys. Thank you to all the donors that helped put this item together. Very special item.
right now we're just shy of about $3,500. So with 5 minutes, usually when you're at an auction, you know how it goes. The final 5 minutes, people start getting antsy. They start pacing.
That's right.
Like a cheetah at Wildlife Safari.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
I'm
like the dog in with the cheetah at Wildlife Safari. Have you been there?
Yeah.
They have the dog that's the companion
They're
dog.
besties.
You're the cheetah. I'm the dog. See what I did right there?
Okay. All right. I'm a little slow on the pickup, but I think that was a compliment.
It was a compliment.
Buried in there. I do believe that's what it was. So that is the Atlanta Braves package. Now we're on to the Porsche driving experience.
Yes.
It is up to $2,200 right now. So it's a $1,000 travel credit through VIP Vacations Inc. So they can help you plan that entire getaway from travel to hotel to rental car if you need it. And then the Porsche Driving Experience Center in LA, that 53. You know, I think I've seen like on Nat Geo or something of that nature, information about this and the driving and the type of, when they go and they stunt drivers train there and they test new engines and things of that nature there. So it's pretty once in a lifetime.
This is the kind of thing that you read about in the back of Car and Driver, one of those magazines, or in the back of the magazine on an airplane. And you think, man, if only I could do that, but I'll never be able to do that. Well, here's your chance. You actually can do it.
Okay, so we ran through the live auction items. We've told you about the silent auction items. We've told you about making the flat donation when you click on that blue oval. And we've told you about supporting your role models with a direct donation for their fundraising goals. And we've told you quite a bit about the Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley. So it's summertime. There is no school in a very different way this year than ever before. But the doors are open at the club. So we'd like to take you inside with our new club director, Shelley Williams. So let's take a look, shall we?
Hi, I'm Shelley Williams, club director for the Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley. This summer looks a lot different, but we are so grateful to be open to serve families in these unprecedented times. Our staff have dug into the guidelines and really found out what's going to be best to keep kids safe and have a lot of fun this summer. We cap our camp at 50 kids per week so that we allow for adequate space within the buildings to maintain social distancing. Additionally, we build in frequent hand washing, maximize time outdoors, and keep kids busy with high-impact, engaging activities. In one of our first weeks, we incorporated the idea of messy fun. Kids got to make slime, oobleck, and even take home their very own bleach shirt. The following week, we took the kids outdoors to venture out into Westmoreland Park. They learned to sketch their natural environment and even got to take a trip to explore Mount Pisgah Arboretum. And last week, we had fun competitions all around the Olympic Games, some of them silly, some more athletic. Kids got to try their shot at a 50-yard dash, a long jump, even an egg and spoon race, and even a fill the bucket competition with a big sponge and water. And this week's our best field trip yet. Every camper will have a chance to go out to River Ridge Golf Course to try their hand at golf and learn from the pros. We're incredibly grateful to be open this summer and can't wait for the fun ahead.
Shelly is so incredible. She's already, it feels like she's been there for years. She has such a passion for helping these kids and making their lives better and making the clubs better, just like everyone who's tuned in tonight. So thank you for keeping the bids going. We're down to our final minute 45. We talked earlier about definitely wanting to get a live action catwalk to you as soon as we can. But we have some amazing retailers that were going to be a part of this. And in the interim, we want to make sure that we can help honor them and sponsor them. So we want to give them a little shout out right now. They include Chikara Salon and Spa, the Duck Store, Fiddler's Green, JCPenney, Macy's, Mannequin, Men's Warehouse, Nordstrom Rack, Salon de Lang, Sola Salon Studios, and White House Black Market. So show them your support and support those retailers as they're supporting Catwalk and the Boys and Girls Club.
Many have been with us since the very beginning, so they are great organizations. Have we had some fun tonight?
We have.
I think there's still a little time left.
Elbow
under a minute.
bump. Bump. That's what we're doing
Yeah.
these days. I want to shout out to Steve Honeycutt. He is a high bidder on several items. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your support. Thank you to everyone who is bidding right now. Remember, for another 46 seconds, Kendall is matching every $50 donation up until 7 o'clock. The silent auction closes off 7 p.m. sharp on Tuesday. So bid, watch those bids, and then bid again, because it's all for the Boys and Girls Club of Emerald Valley.
That's right, and we really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Just because this ends does not mean that there's not still an opportunity to give. If your heart is led and you want to, it's not hard to get a hold of them. They can use everybody your support. And if you got an item tonight, congratulations.
If you won, yes, you're a winner. It's all about the kids. Kendall, Catwalk for a Cause. Go and bid silent auction until Tuesday night. We appreciate you. Thank you to Jennifer. Thank you to Amy. Thank you to our staff from ESSEG. You guys have been great. Good night.
That's it, everybody. Have a great weekend.
We appreciate you.
Woo!
Be well.